want to bring in CNN's national security analyst, Peter Bergen. Peter, does this, obviously, we don't want to speculate, we don't know what this was, but is there reason for people who deal in counterterrorism to think that this is an act of terrorism? Or suspect it strongly, at least?
Sure, although I'm reminded of Oklahoma City, which was a bombing, which was initially treated as a gas explosion. So first reports are often erroneous.
Right.
But, you know, the
holiday of the Boston Marathon, it is a state holiday in Massachusetts today called Patriots Day, and who knows if that had anything at all to do with these twin explosions.
Normally, domestic terrorist people tend to be on the far right, although that's not a good category, just extremists, just call them that. Do they advertise after they do something like this? Do they try to get credit as a group, or they just hate America so much, or its politics, or its government, that they just want to do the damage? They don't care.
Northwest Flight 253 over Detroit in 2009. But we've also seen other extremist groups, right-wing groups, attacking, for instance, trying to attack the Martin Luther King parade in Oregon in 2010. So if it is a device of some kind, you know, we should leap to conclusions about where it's coming from in terms of
the situation as it unfolds. And I've directed the full resources of the federal government to help state and local authorities protect our people, increase security around the United States as necessary, and investigate what happened. The American people will say a prayer for Boston tonight.
Manhunt underway in the greater Boston area right now for the man identified as suspect number 2 in the Boston Marathon bombings. Right now, public transportation has been shut down completely in this area. It normally carries 1.3 million people every day. The town of Watertown, no cars are being allowed in or out as this manhunt for this suspect, believed to be very dangerous, police are calling him a terrorist, is going on, and police presumably going door to door in that area.
And you should also know,
for a long time, I have never, ever seen the kind of presence that I am seeing now. The cars just keep coming and coming and coming. There are armed officers everywhere you look. They are lined up along the street in one area. Their guns are at the ready. They've got assault rifles, shotguns. We're seeing bomb detonation trucks. The bus is now coming, something to evacuate this area. It looks like what they're going to be doing is a massive sweep of this entire area, something strategic, almost as if when you look for
the scene of the investigation has expanded. So it's no longer just Watertown. The governor of Massachusetts extended it all the way to Massachusetts. It's an enormous area that is essentially in lockdown. An unprecedented situation, the best of my knowledge, in American history.
It really is unprecedented. And as we've been talking about, you know, taxis, the transit system, the roads have been closed.
The second thing I want to talk about just briefly is this afternoon there will be a controlled explosion, if you will, by some of the explosive ordnance folks over in Cambridge. That's going to happen on Norfolk Street at a house that we have secured earlier today. It's done out of an abundance of caution. It's done for the safety of the law enforcement officials that are over there before they proceed.
Now, they're saying we're going to come in all of your houses without warrants and do this. And again, if you go back, Axelrod and just all of them said, yes, it is right-wingers. And then by Wednesday, they said, you know what, we've made an arrest. We're going to roll them out of the courthouse. And they say, you know what, we're not going to make an arrest now. You know what, forget that. We're going to evacuate the courthouse to get the media out of it and cover it up what really happened. So this is out-of-control government in a giant martial law drill in front of everyone that's changed its story over and over and over again.
Sir, why were loudspeakers telling people in the audience to be calm moments before the bomb went off? Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more Homeland Security sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
No. Next question. That's it.
Why was people being told prior?
9:30 tomorrow morning.
Why was people being told prior to the bombs going off to stay calm? That's a false flag, gentlemen.